and as you all know, I was previously on MTV Supermodel of the Year. And those of you who haven't watched it, I think you guys should go and watch it already. Actually available on YouTube, and before this obviously it was airing on MTV. अगर आपने नहीं देखा है तो आप वो show अभी भी देख सकते हो YouTube पे. Anyway, talking about the video. So today I'm going to be telling you guys how you should start modeling. And I'm so sorry that I couldn't start my channel before. I know आप लोगों में से काफ़ी सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जो मेरा वेट कर रहे थे चैनल स्टार्ट होने का. But you know what? Better late than never. Let's begin now. Without wasting any more time, just like the YouTubers say, let's jump into the video. And since this is my first video, please don't forget to share, like and comment on this video so that I know how you guys like it. Also, subscribe to my channel because I will be uploading a lot of more videos. This was at Supermodel of the Year. This notebook was by Live On. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, this one. And it has my name over here. Let's begin with the video. And I really hope it helps you guys in some way or the other. Today we're going to be talking about 7 steps that are important if you want to start modeling. So the first thing that you guys need to do if you want to start modeling is do your research. Because सबसे ज़्यादा important है अपनी research करना और आपको पता होना कि आप किस तरह की modeling करना चाहते हो. Very important to know if you want to be into fashion modeling, if you want to do editorials, if you want to be a commercial model, or if you want to do runway. For runway models, 5'7" is the minimum height criteria. So even if you are not 5'7", क्योंकि काफ़ी लोग मुझसे पूछते हैं that मैम मेरी हाइट 5'7" से कम है, मैं 5'3" हूँ या मैं 5'5" हूँ, तो मैं मॉडलिंग कर सकती हूँ क्या? Then I will tell you yes. Please don't lose hope because yes, you can still be a model. आप commercial modeling कर सकते हो. So height is not a problem until and unless you want to do runway. और दूसरी चीज़ ये है जब आप अपनी रिसर्च करेंगे तो बहुत ज़रूरी है कि पता होना चाहिए आपकी आसपास एजेंसीज कौन सी हैं. That you need to understand that you have to search for agencies around you in your area. We have access to a lot of platforms like YouTube, we have Google, we can Google so many things, you know, there's so much you can learn from your research. Once you look up agencies, make down a list that these are the agencies you want to apply to. Okay, so that could be an agency that is in your area. If you're from Delhi, maybe look up an agency in Delhi. If you're from Mumbai, look up for an agency in Mumbai. If you're from any other part of the country, then you should look for agencies that are in your area, or maybe you can plan to move to Mumbai and work with the agencies if they are willing to sign you. Do your research, know what kind of modeling you want to do, know about the agencies that are around you. Second and the most important thing is having a portfolio. So how do you make a portfolio? So if you're new, like when I was new, I started with collaborative work. आप ये मत बोलो that if you're collaborating with somebody, you know, their work should be of some good quality. That you shouldn't be collaborating with people जिनके साथ काम करके आपको कोई quality images नहीं मिलेंगी. Work with people who have a good portfolio as well. You know, even if they're upcoming photographers, they may not be as famous, but at least work with them and build a portfolio for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you should have a variety of pictures in your portfolio. When you go to an agency and you want to show them what you've done, that's when you need those pictures, you know, and they will really help. Being selective when you're collaborating is not wrong. So be selective with the people you choose to collaborate with because that's going to be very important. At the end of the day, quality of work really matters. Apart from that, you should also try different styles of shoot. You know, don't just do portraits just because Instagram pe trending hai, to portrait shoots hi kare ja rahe hain. Yes, have some portrait shots, but at the same time, do some high fashion shoots, do some editorial shots, a variety of shots in your profile. You should have about, let's say, some close-up shots, some mid shots, some full body shots, side profiles, front profiles. You should have everything. I also know that everybody wants to work with established brands or let's say famous photographers and whatnot. I would say have patience with that. When we're climbing the ladder, you need to climb the first step first, right? You can't be climbing on the 10th one and expecting not to climb all the ones that are in between. So it's always a step-by-step matter. So make sure that you start collaborating with people depending on the quality of their work and don't look at the name. Because when you're new, you need to build a portfolio. And for that, you do have to sacrifice a little bit. While making your portfolio, remember that your pictures are important, yes. But at the same time, you also need to be aware of your measurements because that is something your agencies are going to ask you for or even a prospective client. So you should have your vital stats, your height, everything measured and noted down. While talking about building a portfolio, एक और बहुत important चीज़ आती है which is having Polaroids. So Polaroids are just as important as your portfolio pictures are. So when you click Polaroids, you either wear no makeup at all or probably very minimal makeup where you're just probably using some concealer under your eyes and a little lip balm. That's about it. Clients also want to see you without makeup. They want to see how you naturally look without makeup. So when you click Polaroids, it's front shots, side shots, full shots and mid shots. These are all without makeup and something very basic like a pair of jeans and a tank top. So those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, probably we can make another video about this. But at the same time, do Google that, and modeling Polaroids and modeling portfolio are two things that you need to remember, that you need to have when you're starting off as a model. Now third step is very similar to the first one, which is doing your research when you're starting off. In the third one, I would suggest, look for some models, look for some inspiration, follow them. See how they work, look at their poses, look at their catwalk and try to learn that. Work on your poses, work on your walk, but at the end of the day, the best thing you can do for yourself, if you're not confident about learning it by yourself, is going for a grooming class or a training class, because that's what I did. I went to the Tiara Pageant Training Studio. It's in Pune and it's headed by Ritika Ramtri ma'am. And she's the one who trained me and groomed me. She basically teaches you everything, right? From ramp walk, what to wear, how to talk. Just like hers, there are a bunch of other grooming classes as well. But personally, she's one of the best in the country. She has been training a lot of previous Miss Indias. Nehal Chudasama, Urvashi Rautela, Shafali Sood are just a bunch of names that she has trained. Another thing about going to a grooming class is that you get to meet a lot of new talent from around the country. There'll be girls who will be coming from other states. You get to meet them and they're in the same field as you. So you get to learn a lot from each other. And that way you can even build your connections and your network. So if you're new to modeling, maybe you can give it a shot by starting with a pageant. At the end of the day, pageants do help because they give you a platform to put yourself out there. Another good thing about going to a grooming class is that your mentor knows a lot. So, you can always ask them questions because they have been in this industry for a long time and they always know better. So for me, when I went for training, I went for a 30-day grooming class. Ma'am also offers classes for, let's say, 15 days, 1 week, depending on your requirement. And I'm telling you, it's not easy. It's like a boot camp. Ma'am is very strict when it comes to that. But at the same time, I definitely owe all my credits to her for grooming me, and she's the one who gave me the confidence to finally pursue modeling in a more serious manner. But also I would like to tell you guys that don't depend so much on somebody else teaching you, because at the end of the day, it's your own hard work. Just because someone has groomed you, trained you, it doesn't mean that you will sure shot get somewhere. It also depends on how you are learning and how much of the training you are taking with you and applying in your real life. Fourth thing is model wardrobe. So what is the model wardrobe? Invest in clothes which are basic, simple and flatter your body, most importantly. As a model, you should dress in something that elongates your body, that makes you look taller. It always helps. Also try to follow models who are in India, not just the models abroad. Yes, they do have a great style and they're more famous and all those things, but I think Indian models can be just as famous if we give them the same recognition over here as well. You can pick up something or the other from them. Number 5 is prepare your essentials. And by essentials, I mean as a model who's starting off, you need to have a bunch of things which are very, very important in every model's kit. The first thing is have a basic makeup kit, for which you should also know how to do some basic makeup. If you know how to do makeup, you will already be 5 steps ahead of a person who doesn't know how to do makeup. And basic makeup is not that hard now that we have YouTube and so many makeup artists teaching us the best out of all. I say makeup is important because when I started working as a model, I realized that sometimes you do need to do your own touch-up. Sometimes castings will tell you that you have to come with minimal makeup and you need to be looking presentable. So if you don't know how to do makeup, that will be a little difficult for you. For me personally, it was never so difficult because I was always interested in makeup and I'm also a professional makeup artist. I did my training at Cosmoprof in Singapore. So doing my own hair and makeup has never been a problem. So like we were talking about the essentials, you need to invest in good pairs of heels. Most importantly, nude heels and black heels. Most of the clients would expect you to wear stilettos, black stilettos or nude stilettos, or maybe strappy heels when it comes to a pageant. Chinese Laundry has a bunch of good heels. Definitely avoid peep toes because nobody really wears peep toes on the ramp or anywhere else, and as it is, they're not the most comfortable heels out there. If you're buying heels, you need to understand that the heel should be comfortable. Don't buy something oversized or too small, because a model's work sometimes revolves around wearing heels all day or maybe for long hours. Like for us, when we were in the show, we used to be shooting for long hours, and sometimes we used to be wearing heels and rehearsing all day long. So same goes for models who are doing catwalk. You're behind the stage constantly in heels, you're on the ramp in heels, you are walking around and doing your rehearsal in heels. So having a good pair of heels is very important. The height of your heels should be around 4 to 6 inches. And how do you buy the right heels for yourself? I will make a separate video about that. The last but not the least, it's lingerie. You need to have the right lingerie. So invest in things like nude bras and black bras, nude thongs and G-strings, and also nude panties, cycling shorts, both black and nude, and a nude tank top, a black tank top, a nude spaghetti, a black spaghetti, basics. Apart from the heels, you also need to invest in a pair of white sneakers, something very basic, and you can find it anywhere and everywhere. And also a pair of boots. So number 6 is personal hygiene. You need to take care of how you look and how you conduct yourself. Secondly, your nails. I can't stress this enough. Keep them short, trimmed and clean, and try to go for a manicure and pedicure at least once a month. The thing is going to be taking care of your skin. Follow a skincare regimen, whatever works for you according to your skin type. Be aware, and at the same time, eat healthy food and work out. Eating healthy means eating right, avoiding junk food, avoiding fried food. Eat homemade food, but eat in moderation. When you work out, you won't just be fit or toned, you'll also feel happy and you'll be in a good space mentally. So if you're feeling good mentally, you will reflect the same. So it's very important that you work out. Something very basic, get waxed regularly, take care of your hair, oil it once a week, apply masks. So do the same for your skin and your hair and your body. Consistently take care of yourself, and if you are passionate enough, you need to do it for yourself, because nobody else can come and motivate you for it. Next thing is practice and practice, because I can't stress this enough. No matter how much you learn, no matter, even if you have a mentor, even if you have taken grooming classes, पता है कोई जादू नहीं कर सकता आपके साथ. अल्टीमेटली मेहनत हमें खुद ही करनी पड़ती है, क्योंकि आपके ट्रेनर आपको कुछ सिखाएंगे, यूट्यूब से आप वॉक सीखेंगे और हर चीज़ से आप कुछ ना कुछ सीखेंगे, लेकिन आप उस सीखी हुई चीज़ को किस तरह से रियल लाइफ में अप्लाई करोगे, उससे बहुत फ़र्क पड़ेगा. So make sure that you're practicing. You guys should be able to know your angles. Try to pose in front of the mirror. Try to walk in front of the mirror. Know your walk, know your face, know your angles, know your expressions. It's very important, because when you finally face a camera as a model, there is very little time to think, Sometimes you just have to pose very quickly, especially if it's a catalog shoot or something of that sort. So you must understand your body, your angles and your expressions, and for that to happen, you have to practice. So try to invest at least an hour a day. It should come as second nature to you. At least invest an hour a day learning posing, practicing your ramp walk, and also maybe try to read, because reading really helps you improve your vocabulary. When it comes to the modeling world, we meet a lot of people on a daily basis, and what's very important is having communication skills. And your communication skills are going to improve if you read. Gain the knowledge and have the confidence to be able to have a conversation outside. You need to have something that the other person may not have. So work on your communication skills, work on your confidence. And if you have practiced your posing, if you've practiced your walk, if you have been doing it over and over, you will gain confidence within yourself. It will come as second nature to you. So knowing where you're lacking, or knowing your strengths and weaknesses, what are you good at, what are you not so good at, all of these things are very important to know. So this all just comes from practice and investing time into it. Every day you need to work on yourself, even if there's nobody watching you or nobody telling you how to do this, how to do that, do it for yourself. Be your own judge. I think I spoke a lot about this point, but I'm really telling you guys, it all has to come from within you. No matter how many grooming classes we take, no matter what we watch on YouTube, how much we understand or learn about this field, we won't get it till we actually do it. So do it, practice it. Just like any other profession, yes, you won't be perfect from the first day itself. So don't be hard on yourself. It will take time. It's a gradual process, but you will get there. At least do it. Let's say in this lockdown, you don't have a photographer around you. What can you do to practice? You can just use your phone, use your self-timer, click pictures of yourself. taking a selfie is very different from actually facing the camera, right? So keep your phone away, try to pose, try to click pictures with the timer, style yourself, do your makeup, wear some nice clothes, experiment with the shots, do that, that way you'll also understand yourself better. Because there are a lot of things that you have to keep in mind when you're clicking pictures. Now the good thing is, I think I should be able to guide you guys with this since I'm a media student. I've worked behind the camera, I've also worked in front of the camera. So back then I used to do a lot of photography, I've also worked as an RJ. All these things have really helped me to understand this field very holistically. So similarly, I would suggest, yes, it's important to have a portfolio and Polaroids, but it is also important to click pictures of yourself at home and practice in front of the mirror, because that is your time, that is your me time, and if you like a specific shot, let's say on Instagram, from your favorite model or your favorite blogger or whoever, try to replicate that, try to do that. Even if you don't want to upload it, it's fine, but do it for the sake of learning. When I started off, I didn't even know if modeling was going to work out for me. I was told that I would never be a model, but things happen. And I think perseverance and consistency are two things that are really going to take you far in this field, because you really need to have thick skin when you're here. The last thing would be send your profile to agencies. So once you are ready, once you think you've worked on yourself, once you think you are ready to be out there, send in your profile, send your Polaroids, send your portfolio to the agencies. Usually they require these two things and also a video of your ramp walk. They also ask you for your measurements, which is why fitness is important when it comes to this field. No one is telling you to be skinny, but work on your fitness, because that's going to help. If you don't get a reply, don't be disheartened, because rejection is very common in this field. All of us have faced it sometime or the other. Out of 10, maybe 1 will reply, maybe 2 will reply, maybe no one is going to reply, but keep working on yourself. That's how you can start if you want to be a model. And if you guys have any more questions, please feel free to comment below. Let's say you've heard back from an agency. They've called you for a casting or an interview, whatever. So what do you do then? How do you dress up for a casting or for an audition? And we are going to talk about this in another video. I'll tell you guys how you can do your makeup and what kind of an outfit you can wear when you go for your castings. So this is all that's going to be about today's video. I hope this helped you guys. So share this video with your friends who may want to get into modeling and help them out. Wait, where are you going? Press the bell icon so that you know every time I upload a new video. So yeah, that's about it. And I can't wait to have it, honestly. Ever since I've been recording this, I've been smelling the food being prepared in the kitchen. I'm like, can't wait to eat. And don't forget to subscribe. Okay?